Well, hi there, everybody. I hope that you are having an awesome day. Thank you for joining me. For those of you that are watching live, I did the cards and I'm super stoked. So I'm going to grab my notebook because I have a ton of notes. It's a spread that was given to me by the angels of the horizontal and vertical plane. So I use that spread. It's 6 cards, 4 cards across, and then a card for Metatron and Sandalphon. So needless to say, there's a lot of notes, and you'll see me when you see me looking down. I'm just reading my notes the from the reading as we go through the cards together. So going to put them out here so that they're exactly in the order that they were read in. All right, so it's a really good reading, I feel like. I mean, I always think they're great readings, so you'll have to just navigate that, but just observe what resonates with you. Remember, you've got the comment section there. If something resonates with you and you want a little bit more information, then I'm happy to look into that and give you some more info. I'm going to start with the ones in the horizontal plane, and then I will go from Earth to Ether, so to speak. So from Sandalphon to Metatron. The first card that we had, which was in the position of East for Raphael, is the Two of Fire card. What's great about anytime there's a two is it represents completion or union, or it's also that aspect of duality, right? So there's balance. That's another way to look at that. And with the Two of Fire, anytime we have the fire, that's a lot of energy. And with the Two of Fire, what we really have going on there is that this is this place of you've taken action, so to speak. And where that card is in the spread is it's in the space of the eastern direction, which means that it is Raphael, and Raphael is the healer, magician angel sometimes is how he's referred to. And the color for Raphael is this emerald green. So that's the fire or the ray. You could also use that language as well. So in this position, this Two of Fire card means that you've taken action and you're moving forward. Forward momentum is occurring right now. And it could also be that there's a new partnership, a new arrangement or agreement between you and someone else, a new relationship of some sort. This two card of in that fire position often has to do with partnerships. So that could be business, it could be personal, it could be friendships, all of it, right? And the thing that I really want to share with you about this card in this position is that over this next month, you may be called to make new choices. This particular card, when it's in this position, it's about looking at the choices we've made so that we can heal, grow, and evolve with new choices. And new choices are an opportunity for us to expand our awareness, right? And really another thing that I want to share with you is it's about being mindful, really paying attention to the choices that you've made in the past, asking yourself, is that giving you what you desire? And if not, then making those new choices and taking action from that place. The astrology for this particular card is Mars and Aries. And Mars, if you're familiar with astrology, Mars represents Mars is the god of war, right? In that pantheon of gods and goddesses. And if we think about Mars in our chart, it's how we take action, right? And so Mars in Aries is this very like powerful go-getter kind of action. And we want to be mindful that we aren't being so overly aggressive, right? That we're not paying attention to the details because that can sometimes happen with that Aries energy. The next card is the release card. And this card is in the position of Archangel Michael. And Michael is the protector angel or defender, right? Defender angel. And this card represents that release card represents a spiritual transformation or a personal evolution. You're literally letting go of the past. The thing that happens though with this particular card in this position is for you to realize that that surrender or that letting go has full universal support. The angels have your back, and there's no need to have fear. And that can be the hardest part about transformation, right? As we get in our own mind. It's also in coming to that place of letting go of fears, it's about facing your fears, kind of taking them head on so that you become completely in control of your reality, so to speak. And this particular card, right? You saw that it's Archangel Azrael, and that angel's name translates to whom God helps. And you really just have to ask. And that's the thing about this card in this position of Archangel Michael is to ask Archangel Michael to help you move beyond your fears, to face your fears so that you can transform and have that spiritual growth that you are seeking. And that card, astrology wise, is Scorpio energy. And Scorpio energy is really big into transformation. It doesn't do anything from this flip, superficial way, it wants depth. So, really looking at how are you craving depth and where are you afraid to acknowledge that and move into that. The third card in the spread was the Four of Fire, really beautiful card here. And this particular card is in the position of Archangel Gabriel, which is the west direction. And Gabriel is the angel of revelation, which when we take that, that's an old word, right? But when we look at that, it's literally revelation and communication. A lot of times, if there were messages that God wanted to come down into beyond the veil, those were done through or with Archangel Gabriel. And this card in this position is really about expressing your gratitude for everything that's going on. That four represents success and balance. And when this card shows up, it's about being content and having peace and ease. All your hard efforts have been acknowledged and you get to kind of enjoy that a little bit. So one of the things that this card when it's showing up in this position is to communicate your gratitude, right? To reveal your gratitude to your friends, to your families, to your loved ones, your coworkers, your boss, whatever it is, and let them know how much you value and appreciate them. This particular card also is Venus in Aries, and Venus in our star chart represents what we value, right? And Aries is this energy of, that's the ram, right? So it's going to be this action, but we want to take that action from a place of beauty and gratitude and connection and community. So the fourth card in this particular aspect of the spread is Archangel Michael, that's actually in the position of Archangel Uriel, and this or Uriel, depending on how you say it, and that is the angel of the north direction. And Uriel is really about wisdom, knowledge, but knowledge from this wizened place, which is, wisdom is different than knowledge or information, right? Wisdom is embodied experiential knowledge, and now it's a part of you. And with this particular card here, this is a really great card. It is a card of what we could deem as luck or just positive energy. And to have it in that really means that that particular space means that there is this renewed movement in what it is you are seeking or manifesting or creating, or whatever your goals may be. And this is also when we see that wheel in that position, it is about moving beyond karmic patterns. So that same old stuff that you've always done, it's about moving beyond that and evolving. And this particular card astrologically is Jupiter. And Jupiter in our chart only wants the best for us. It's always trying to push us toward our potential. And what I see here when I put all of these things together, right, in this particular aspect is it is really you're in a good place right now. And this place that you're in, you're starting to get some perspective about your past patterns and you really don't want to recreate the same thing over and over. And in not wanting to recreate the same thing, part of that is realizing what you have created and being grateful for it. So that as you continue to step into that forward momentum that's starting to come about, you're doing so from a place of releasing those old habits, old karmic patterns, so to speak. So we have two more cards left. That was the angels of the horizontal plane, right? And then we have the vertical plane, so it'll be Sandalphon for Earth and Metatron for, we'll just say ether or Christ consciousness. Um, that's that space between heaven and earth, so to speak. So the card for the Earth is the Ace of Earth, which I thought was really kind of cool. So this was in the position of Sandalphon, and this is really about activation. That's the energy around this Sandalphon space, and this particular card, I don't know if you saw it on the bottom, but it says, the inflow of abundance, right? Which is really cool. The Ace of Earth is representative of the earth element, but the thing that I wanna share with you is that this is part of your path to balance. This is part of your path to that potential of your liberation in human form. And this is a really positive card. And remembering that abundance doesn't always mean money. It could be abundance of friendship, abundance of support, abundance of resources, abundance of love. And it could also be money, right? It could be contracts or partnerships or all of these types of things. The ace cards aren't really ruled by like a single aspect in our astrology. So this particular one is ruled by Earth. And so that's going to be Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And Taurus and Virgo and Capricorn have something in common, and they all like structure. And when we work with this earth element, the thing we want to remember is that structure creates freedom. When we have stability, we have greater ability. So just remembering that as you navigate these changes that are happening over this next 30-day cycle, to come back and use that space of structure as a touchstone for your evolution. Then we get to the last card, which is the Queen of Air, and that was in the Metatron space, which is ether and air. So I think that's really cool that this spread had an earth card for Sandalphon for earth and an air card for Metatron. And the thing to know about this Metatron space is it's the expansive consciousness. So this is Christ consciousness, that ability to look through all layers and move beyond those karmic aspects, right? It is ultimately the space of expansion. That's what that Metatron space is about. And to have that Queen of Air card there is really about cleaning and clearing all of the old stuff that's in the way. And as you let go of those things that no longer serve you, what starts to happen is you're free from clutter, you're free from things that are weighting you down, you're free from drama, you are free from anything that is keeping you from having inner peace. The astrology of this card is Libra and Virgo. And the things to know about Libra and Virgo is that Libra always wants things to be fair and just. And they do like things to be beautiful. And Virgo likes things to be organized and just so. So when we put these two things together, again, we come back to this idea of structure creating freedom, because it's through balance that we will have harmony. And when we have these aspects, then we begin to have greater ease and peace and contentment, full spectrum in our existence. My wish for you as you navigate the next 30 days is for you to let go of those things that are no longer serving you, for you to step fully into acknowledging all that has been given to you up to this point and having gratitude for every aspect of that, and letting go of those things that are holding you back, going face to face with your fears and knowing that you've got this. You are supported here, there, and everywhere so that you can have expansive awareness around your growth. And remember that when you evolve, the whole planet evolves with you. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. Blessings to you now and always. Bye.